What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have SEI up on the screen here. Last time we checked in back on June 30th, we said we tagged our downside target right there at the 786, exploding off the floor. Alt season might start right here. Came back down to tap that a second time. Sure enough, bounced up. We are well above our first wave high here. So what we're going to do in this video now is dive into the macro waves 3, 4, and 5. I have put an alt season video out for SEI before. You can check that out over on my X page. My primary target for it this run up there at 275. So you see that right there. Our fifth wave is going to come up here, and we'll talk about in a second what we're looking at. But just real quick on the macro, that would bring it up to about the 268 there. And the other thing we can do is take this drawdown from the December top, a full extension of that. We see some confluence up there with the 2618 around 275. So that's how we got, just a real quick way about how we got up to that spot for SEI. Now we got to talk about how are we going to get up there. There's a few different ways, and typically what will happen is we will go either hit this high or expand past that high and back test it. Now, what I'll say is with where we're at on that first wave and how low we're still battling below the 236 there, a run back up to the all-time high. A lot of alts, we're looking at like a 4 to 5x on this move. This would put us at a 3.5x to get back up to the former all-time high, and it is already a lot higher than a lot of alts. So we're already looking at this and we're thinking, okay, maybe that's going to be a nice area for some resistance. You can see we've stopped out here a bunch up in this area. The other way to do it is I'll draw this back on this most recent range right here from the 1 to the 2. Let's see if there's any extensions that get us up into that area. You see a little bit of resistance here at the 0.5 and that high. I still think that's a little shallow for this move. So back to this larger range here. We'll pull this out again and we see the 1618 of this range coincides with that all-time high. Okay, and a lot of times what happens is, I'm going to get rid of that. A lot of times what happens on these ranges is it breaks through the last local high, especially, I mean, this is, 8 months. It busts through the last local high and it'll back test it. Well, that one at the 1618. So we'll get up to the 1618, we'll back test to the 1, and then we'll keep going. Well, the 1618 is also the former all-time high. So it makes sense right here, like for our next move, wave 3, to be right around $1.11. That's going to be my primary right now for this wave here. Let me go ahead. We'll change this to 1, and I'll have this written out in the title and stuff. But 111 there for wave 3. Now, typically, we'll back test this. We can even drop a little further. What we'll see here during alt seasons is anywhere from like a 35 to 50% drop. And so how deep it goes a lot of times, and that's an average, but how deep it goes a lot of times depends on the market cap of the coins. So, I mean, this market cap here, almost 2 billion, pretty decent sized coin. That thing could end up, being closer to the 35-40% range. So let's just see if it were to do this move here, from that 1618 of this range to the former high, you're at like 33%. You bring it down into this level here, you're at about 45%. So we're looking somewhere between like 60 and 75 cents, we'll say, for this wave 4. And again, it's going to depend on where this actually ends up stopping out. We'll go back to the drawing board. We're trying to predict this like weeks and months ahead of time, right? But I'm showing you guys typically how these things move, and I'm showing you confluence between two different ranges, this range and the broader range, okay? So we see that confluence there. This pulls down to here. Let's see. I'm going to draw this one again. Just curious. We do see confluence here too. So I'm going to get rid of that near range where the wave 4 is. The 618 of this range is also where we put the wave 4. So I like that right there. Come back down to back test this high and the 618 there. So we're talking like a wave 3 to 113. We're saying wave 4 down to, we'll give you 70 cents on wave 4 right at these highs here. Boom, boom, boom. And that other fib. And then a run up to wave 5. So if we look at the differences in length here, That would put wave 1 at 114%. Wave 3 would be up here at 600% or a 7x. And then wave 4 pushes us up one more time to 295%, so like a 4x. So right now we're in the middle of a 7x. We got 240% left. We're hypothesizing that's another 3.4x from the current price level. All right. Wave 3 is the longest. Waves 1 and 5, they're not that close in length, but we didn't get a ton on this first wave here off the floor. But that's how I see this thing moving, guys. And I'm not saying it absolutely has to stop here at the 2618. I'm showing you the confluence between the different ranges. This thing could keep going up to $4.40, right? We're saying, though, that if we're like at a $2 billion market cap right now, this price is like another 8.5x away. Yeah, it's putting us up around $20 billion for the market cap on this thing. That was really quick math. Did I do that right? Yeah. Between 16 and 20 billion on the market cap, an 8.5x from here. So makes complete sense. We have a lot of alts hitting that range. We have a lot of alts with this same amount of gas left. But if it does want to keep going, I mean, that's not that insane to say a 13x from the current price, get us up around 26 billion. So, I mean, keep these prices in mind, and we'll watch this wave 3 here. If wave 3 does exceed that high, I mean, there's a chance wave 3 gets us, wave 3 could get us up to here, wave 4 takes us back down, and then wave 5 takes us all the way up, right? We don't know. Right now, we're being conservative with our estimates. I'm showing you this because there's a ton of confluence between the two different ranges here. And for right now, this is our highest probability on how this could move up. Not 100%. So we'll come back to it. I'll keep you guys in the loop. But feel good about SEI, and I feel good about the market in general, guys. We're definitely headed in the right direction here. We're going to start seeing our patience get rewarded. I started the Quantum Circle a couple weeks ago, real-time trades, my portfolio, daily macro analysis, 2 videos every day. The Discord's popping off, and I'm teaching you guys how to do TA like I do it. Link to that in my bio. If not, just happy you guys are here. If you could follow, like, repost. Been doing TA a long time. Just want to help as many of you as I can. So hope you're having a great Monday, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.